Right, Battle 2019, day 2 of polls. Thanks a lot for that, Mubina. I'm going to go across now to my guests. I've got from the Bharatiya Janata Party, Gopal, Krishna, Agarwal. I'm also being joined by Mohammed Khan, the spokesperson of the Congress Party. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us here on Markets at noon. I'll come to you first, Gopal, Krishna. You know, and it's a fact for both of you. Neither the BJP, neither the Congress have been able to make headway into Tamil Nadu. Both of you traditionally have had to piggyback whether on the AIADMK or the DMK. This time around, Gopal Krishna, you're with what is being seen as the party that is likely to lose, the AIADMK in all likelihood. The DMK, as according to psephologists, according to all the experts, is going to sweep. All 39 seats, barring now, of course, Vellore, going into polls today. How do you react to that and the fact that, you've also tried to raid Kanimoy, a very popular DMK leader? The tax raid was unsuccessful. How are you reacting to the fact that you have backed on the wrong party this time round and a desperate attempt with that tax raid?
Everybody is talking that Tamil Nadu, it's an alternative everywhere. It's a footprint that will continue. I don't think this time this will continue, because people wanted Jayalalitha ji. She lost. We lost Jayalalitha ji on midway, and then people had a lot of sympathy for AIADMK. And the second important thing is our last very strong effort on the south side are also giving us some results. We want to have a strong support in the south states also, and that way we are making inroads into Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, then Karnataka. Already we have good footprints. Then it is Kerala. There is a big push from our party that we have a much more stronger presence in the South India, and I think we will be successful in that case. The second important thing is what you are talking about, raids on Kanimoji. It was not a IT raid or anything. It was an election commission raid. And election commission is, you don't think the ministry or the government controls where to raid and how this can be planned. It's a election commission. They had some information with regard to the cash being moved in the South City. Then we know, if you go see the politics of Andhra especially, or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, there is a large part of cash and black money into the election. In Andhra, this Chandrababu Naidu, the whole group in itself is involved with the builder lobbies, etc. In Karnataka, Kumaraswamy is completely associated with the builder group which deals in cash, and the way the cash was recovered. So there is a black money into the election in many of the southern states, which the election commission, ED or income tax departments with specific intelligence input. If they don't have a proper input in, if they are raiding, then you can blame the government. But if they have an input, there is a specific intelligence information on basis of which
I take your point, Gopal. Your point is that the election commission is on board with this action, a tax raid which didn't turn out to be successful, nothing being found. Mohammed Khan, if I can come to you. It looks like Congress party's bet on the right horse this time round in Tamil Nadu. But let's talk about Karnataka. 14 seats, that's 50% of what's in Karnataka going to polls, including the popular South Bengaluru. It's being seen as a close contest with an edge for the BJP. Why do you think the Congress can be successful, if at all, in Karnataka?
Well, the mathematics of it are very clear. The Congress and the JDS account for 55% of the vote together. The BJP at its very best stands for about 30% of the vote in Karnataka. Having said that, the BJP has been exposed over the last 5 years, Nayantara. There's not a single person who believes in their message of Vikas and good governance anymore. The last people to believe in it are they themselves. They don't mention it anymore. They don't talk about it anymore. There are only two things they talk about: the armed forces and their achievements, which they try and misappropriate. And the second thing is religious polarization. The people of India are underestimated by these guys. The people of India have withstood onslaughts like this for centuries and have always emerged stronger. The BJP is the latest in a series of attacks on our culture, and I'm certain we'll emerge stronger from that. And the people of not just Karnataka but all of India will vote decisively in that regard. The second thing I want to point out to you is with regard to Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, two incidents took place before the close of campaigning, which suggests that the BJP is indeed very uncertain about their future. The first was, as you rightly pointed out, the raid on Kanimozhi ji, which resulted in absolutely nothing. The second was Jyotimani ji, who is a candidate from the Congress contesting from Karur. On her constituency, she was prevented from campaigning despite having all the requisite permissions. These are not the actions of a confident government. These are the actions of a weak and insecure government that wants to secure power at all costs. Concludingly, I'd like to say this. Gopal bhai said that our actions have been vindicated and endorsed by the Election Commission. Let me point out to you, Gopal bhai, that around the 10th or 11th of April, the Election Commission issued a striking circular, probably the first time in its history, where it directed the ED, the IT and the CBI to conduct these raids with neutrality and impartiality. Because the overwhelming presumption is that these agencies are being misused. And to support that proposition, Gopal bhai, correct me if I'm wrong, has a single member of the BJP or its allies been raided? None.
Okay, no long
Only
answers by
opposition
both you
members are
gentlemen.
targeted and nothing is recovered.
1 second.
Yeah, sorry.
Gopal Krishna wanted to come in. I'm going to let him come in. Mohammed, 1 second. I'm going to let him come in. He wanted to counter you. And then I want to talk about Uttar Pradesh. Yes, this election is a lot of the focus is on South India, the entire Tamil Nadu going to polls. You also have other states that are going to polls. Gopal, talk. Yeah.
The issue is in Karnataka, Kanimozhi, this raid on Kanimozhi is by the Election Commission. It's initiated by the Election Commission. It is not by the CBDT or Ministry of Finance. They have initiated. They took some of the officers from the income tax department. That's a different issue. And second aspect is that why many of the opposition leaders, they were dealing in black money. That shows if the cash is being caught with them, so they should explain why they are dealing in cash. When there is a clear-cut restriction on black money being circulated in the during the election process, you cannot move black cash currencies across places, states, and it is with the connivance of those state government. They are the ATMs through which the Congress is trying to finance their election campaign. So if there is a specific intelligence by the this investigative agencies like ED, Income Tax Department, etc., then only they can act. They cannot act on a speculative news. So therefore, it is for the Congress to explain why they are dealing in cash, why their people are being caught with large amount of cash.
Gopal, let's talk about the second phase of election. We've debated this point enough. Now, we've debated this point enough. Mohammed, if I could come to you, and I'm going to ask, and I'm going to make this my penultimate question and give Gopal the counter. We're also seeing Orissa go to vote. A missed opportunity by all of you. A missed opportunity by all of you. It's looking like in case the Biju Janata Dal doesn't come back to power, it's going to be advantage BJP. Dharmendra Pradhan is emerging as a very popular alternative to Naveen Patnaik. Last 5 years, a wasted opportunity by the Congress when it comes to Orissa, and that's where perhaps whatever they lose in UP, BJP, they might just make up in Orissa.
Well, Nayantara, to be honest with you, I'm not very familiar with Odisha politics, but to the best of my knowledge, one thing happened yesterday. The Prime Minister arrived by way of a helicopter, and when the officials there tried to inspect certain suspicious boxes, they were suspended. That, to my mind, is again a sign that this government is not entirely certain of its chances. The second thing I want to say is based on my general knowledge of the area. The candidates they have fielded, they are nowhere close to the popularity of those enjoyed by certain Congress candidates, such as the one in Kendrapada, Mr. Nayak, and by someone like Mr. Pinaki Mishra in Puri, who belongs to Naveen Patnaik's party. I think that it's a fight between the Congress and Naveen Patnaik's party. I don't think the BJP figures there, and you may recall in 2014 when there was a Modi wave, then they struggled to put up the numbers. I think this time, when there is no Modi wave and there's an anti-Modi wave, some might argue, it's anyone's guess.
Okay, you're not familiar with Uriya politics. Gopal, do you follow Orissa? Do you think this has been a good one? Your cabinet minister, Dharmendra Pradhan, emerging as an alternative to Naveen Patnaik. Why is the BJP so confident of getting Orissa? This has really been the BJP's stronghold.
Definitely, because why I think we will have a strong inroads into Odisha and West Bengal is there is a strong anti-incumbency against Mr. Patnaik. He had been ruling there for almost 4 times now, and people definitely want a change. And if you go and see the response to our road shows of President Amit Shah ji and Modi ji, or their rallies, people who are thronging to those rallies itself shows that there is a strong favor in the BJP party. Dharmendra Pradhan is a young leader, he is a dynamic leader, he has performed very well into this ministry, he had been nurturing Odisha, and we also have our Sambit Patra, our colleague who is contesting from Puri. So I think we have a very strong chance in Odisha. Then in West Bengal also, we are strongly we have made strong inroads into the West Bengal. The people are supporting us. So I think these are the 2 new states where we will have a very strong good result for Bharatiya Janata Party. Northeast also, we have nurtured some of the states very carefully. Our president had been very careful that where our states are states where our presence is quite low, we should make strong efforts. We have built our organization. In West Bengal, the only problem was with Mamata Banerjee's violence in the election. Their karyakartas, their party leaders, etc. themselves were indulging in violence, and they were creating fears among other parties, and with the help of the local government.
Yeah.
So now with the election commission stepping in and putting up more central forces, I think their manipulation and their violence politics will not be able to be effective into West Bengal. So if you consider everywhere, if there is some loss also in some of the
let's see what
states
happens in
the
West Bengal. It's sad that in both the phases we've seen sporadic. It's sad that in both the phases so far we've seen sporadic instances of violence. Let's hope phase 3 is better. Let's hope the rest of the day for phase 2 is also better. We've run out of time. We have to return to the markets. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. It's back to the guys in Mumbai, Mubina and Pankaj.